Hello, this is Ghost Activity, and it has been a while since my last YouTube video, and just as long since my last Path of Exile Twitch stream. So, wanted to talk about that today and talk about the huge upcoming Path of Exile Secrets of the Atlas expansion slated to launch June 13th. And we've got the reveal here coming up this week on Thursday on June 5th. So yeah, but to start things off, I haven't played Path of Exile 1 or 2 in over a month now, and because of that, I haven't streamed or made videos as a result. And the reason being is just because there's been, in my opinion, a pretty severe lack of content and updates to both games, both with which are reasonably understandable. Obviously, they're still in development of Path of Exile 2, and by no means do I feel any negative way about the game, but it's just the matter of fact is there's been somewhat of a drought and a kind of a dry spell, a dry spot of content, if you will. So, but I know that's changing, and we're only going up from here. So and obviously with the launch of this new expansion, it seems like they're getting back on track. If anyone tuned in to the Talkative Try podcast with Jonathan, he kind of put it to rest the fact it doesn't want any more confusion over whether or not So he clarified that they're back on schedule with pretty much they're going to be I think 3 or 4 leagues in the year for both games. So they're going to kind of ping pong back and forth across themselves. So, but that's pretty much my reason I haven't streamed and made videos because there's just been a dry spell of content. Obviously, it's been like 300 something days of Settlers League. Thankfully they stopped it before it hit a full year. Um, didn't want that to become a meme. The greatest Path of Exile, arguably the greatest Path of Exile 1 league ever to be made to date. They didn't want that to turn into a meme, so thankfully they stopped it before it hit a year. But yeah, I just had enough of it. It was a great league, but just like most of us, right, that play Path of Exile, the majority of us don't play for the full 3 month duration. Personally, myself, I played 1 full month at a time. On occasion, maybe it'll spill over into the second month, maybe the full 2 months, but think for the average player, it's understood that you're not going to play the full 3 months and you'll come back. So, and that's what this has been for me because that's kind of what is necessary in order for me to remain enthused and to remain excited about the continuous patches and updates to the game. So it's healthy, but that's to summarize it. That's all it's really been about. The lack of videos and whatnot. And obviously, of Path of Exile, on the side of Path of Exile 2, I did start. I did play the Dawn of the Hunt League. Started off with the Amazon. It was a bit of a bumpy beginning, bumpy road for the majority of us that did start on the Huntress. But again, I just got to the point. I think I got to like the mid 90s on my Huntress, and just again got to the point where there's just not enough content yet. So I had to step away from that as well. And but I'm extremely excited, just as excited as I am to get into this new PoE 1 expansion, just as excited to get in on the next patch for PoE 2, which fingers crossed hopefully introduces either the Marauder or the Druid. Personally, either one wouldn't complain. Regardless, whatever they do on the third patch, it's going to be a great time. I know, like I said, we're only going up from here. It's only going to improve and get better. And I have kept a close ear to the updates they've been making to the game, and so I do want to revisit it maybe even before 0.3 to just kind of look at the positive changes they're making. I know they introduced a lot of new stash tabs to help us out with like the extra sockets, the runes and whatnot. I know they're introducing a ton more runes. So there's a lot to go over and check out. So I plan to get onto that on the Twitch side of things. But that being said, I want to go over kind of discuss the upcoming expansion. Obviously, we've got the reveal stream here on the 5th, and we've already got some teasers for the upcoming expansion. I think the biggest one being the ability to now pause in PoE 1. I think they talked about this briefly in a prior interview. I don't remember who it was with, but they did. This was brought up, and I thought so. Needless to say, I didn't think it would be coming so soon. Uh, but regardless of the fact, this is great. This is huge quality of life. I know it brings kind of a somewhat of a controversial negative downside to the racers of the PoE one. But regardless of that, this is great to see, and just something everyone fell in love with on PoE 2. So great to have on both games now. And then what do we got here? This is the map device quality of life. They're adding the ability to use the horizon orbs on your guardian maps. Not only because before you could only use your horizon orbs on the shaper guardian maps. So now you'll be able to use them on the elder maps and your conqueror maps, which is super cool. Not only that, but we're getting this like rucksack of uh, stash space, I guess, next to your map device. So now you're not needing to fill up your your inventory with maps. Like yeah, like legit quality of life like to the max here. So this is epic and rightfully so after such a long drought in PoE 1 updates. And then they're improving betrayal. We're gonna find more about. I don't think this is all the improvements they're bringing to betrayal, but definitely some huge quality of life again here, with the ability to just right click. You don't have to go to Jund now. Now you'll just be able to right click your items and unveil them. You no longer have to go to Jund, so that's one less step we need to take, one less click, one less for the wrist, right? That wrist QOL. And then also in terms of the unlocking the veiled crafts, now they'll be within the maps throughout your progression in the atlas. You'll just have to click on them, similar to the other recipes you would discover throughout your play session. So love to see that. And then this is the most recent. This is the most recent teaser they gave us, and they're showing off some new crafting orbs. The Shaper and Elder Awakener orb, basically. Like that's what these are, right? They're not. It's not the Awakener orb, but it's similar to the Crusader, to the Redeemer, right? Now we got Shaper influenced orb and Elder influenced orb. So this is gonna make things a lot easier and a lot more, I guess, beginner friendly and for the beginner crafters, maybe that'll make things a little easier. And now we've also got the return of the Veiled Orb and the Veiled Exalted Orb. Now, the Veiled Exalted Orb is new, if I'm not mistaken. This is brand new in this patch. So that's always good to see some new, something brand new to just add to the game. So, but for now, that's all we have for teasers for the Secrets of the Atlas. Obviously, there's a lot of speculation involving Zana, whether or not Zana is going to be a part of this expansion. And it by the way the interview went with Jonathan and Talkative Try, he did not. Jonathan did not. He had the opportunity to kind of dispel any rumors, but he did not do so. So it's pretty much confirmed that Zana will be back for this expansion, which is huge. She's a fan favorite, and everyone loves Zana. Hopefully, we're not fighting her. Maybe that's a good. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But to wrap things up, I just want to say we are back, and looks like PoE 1 is back on the menu, boys. So expect some videos coming up in your subscription feeds, and expect some Twitch streams coming up in the. I guess we'll be streaming the co-streaming, I should say, the reveal content reveal for the expansion on Thursday, and then obviously we'll launch, and I'll be live for the launch of the league on next Friday. So stay tuned for that. Let me know what you guys are feeling, what you guys are thinking about the new expansion, all the teasers. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments. But until then,